Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the You're Not Done Yet podcast, season 2. Y'all, I am so excited to be talking to Miss Brittney Houser today. We got a good episode in store for you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to hear what we got to talk about today. So, Miss Brittney Houser, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brittney Houser, as she just announced it. But I am originally from Selma, Alabama.
Okay.
And I recently, during the pandemic, started working from home,
Okay.
had a baby in the process, and was able to turn my 9 to 5 job into my own business.
Right.
Because basically I had no other choice. I didn't want to send my daughter to daycare during the pandemic. So that's what I did. I started a consulting business, and that's where I am now. I was able to move back home and work from home.
Yeah.
So yes, and with that, I'm in Alabama, in Selma, growing my nonprofit organization, which is Girl Level Up, and which what we'll talk about today.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a blessing.
Yeah.
The whole pandemic has been a blessing to me. I'm not been sick part, but everything else.
Yes. Oh, because I can say, because my son was 6 months old when the pandemic started, and I was able to work from home, and he didn't go back to daycare until like after he turned 1. So it's just like, whoo, like I was stuck in the house with a baby for that long. But no, but I get what you're saying though.
Yeah.
Daycare, when they did open back up, they just took all the precautions that they could to make sure as parents that we felt safe, because it's just like you just never know what's going on. Oh, sorry. So please tell me the background story behind Girl Level Up. Like, where did it come from? Like what happened?
Girl, let me tell you. So, and this was 2018 now, and I was in a place with my businesses like, what I want to do. Nothing is growing. I shouldn't be doing this. I was just in like a whole depressed stage, I think. Just like the down moment of being discouraged.
Yeah.
So I was just laying on the couch, and I was invited to this women empowerment event, and I wasn't gonna go. Didn't have on any clothes. My hair wasn't done, but I went.
Yeah.
And I got dressed. I was, looking cute, got dressed and everything. I'm glad I did go, because at that event for like 2 hours, the event lasted, and this is in Atlanta. I said, Brittney, there are other women that may be going through the same thing. So why don't you start something like a networking group or a women empowerment group, a support group? So that's what Girl Level Up started as, just women empowerment. We met up, we, wrote down ideas together, brainstormed, blah, 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 had lunch and stuff like that. So it was just like a big women's network. From there, I created t-shirts. I said, hey, let me do some t-shirts that will empower women. Maybe if, maybe we can wear our feelings on our t-shirts. So I created t-shirts. And then from there, I wrote an ebook, and I was traveling to different states, encouraging women, going to different women empowerment events, and just introducing my brand. And from there, I was like, I need to do something bigger. And I didn't do something bigger. And I said, you know what? The girls in my city where I'm from, in Selma, they need me. So that's when I switched to, we're going to cater to girls ages 8 to 21 and basically get them on that track to the next level in life. Teaching them things that they don't get taught in school, like financial literacy, entrepreneurship, leadership skills. So that's how we started. We went from 2018 until now. We are, our goal is to get the girls to the next level in life.
Yeah. And honestly, I really feel like that's very important, especially honestly in our community. You don't see a lot of programs like that.
Right.
I grew up in a small town, Quincy, Florida, which is like 30 minutes outside of Tallahassee. Growing up, we had things, but we didn't have things that actually taught us stuff. It was more of like a social group. You get together, you meet girls your age, and then 9 times out of 10, you're with girls that you go to school with. It may be like 1 or 2 that you don't know from a different school, but 9 times out of 10 is with people that you know. So what would you say has been, I guess, one of like the toughest things when you're mentoring, girls from 8 to 21? Like what have been some of the challenges of getting them to like actually, believe in themselves, gain confidence, and getting them to the next level?
Okay, so Girl Level Up is all about the 3 E's: empowerment, exploring, and wait, I just forgot, education, empowerment, and exploring. And because the girls aren't exposed,
Mm-hmm.
um, because they're unexposed, it's kind of hard to get their mind so quickly.
Yeah.
Especially being in a small town, like you said, we don't have groups like that. We didn't. I didn't grow up like with that. I don't know where my mind. I don't know where my I'm sorry. I don't know where my mindset came from, and I'm just grateful for it. But yeah, it's all about that whole getting them exposed part and getting them to change. Hey, it's possible. So that's the whole. It's challenging.
And then I also want to say, just like in compared into what they see today, like, you know, it's the girls with the perfect bodies. It's the girls, you know, the luxury cars and the bags and the shoes. And it's just like, well, I want to be that. I want to be like that. But not knowing that stuff like that is causing our young girls to feel like they're not worth it. Like they're not pretty enough, like their confidence goes down. And it's just like, no, like you're worth it. You're beautiful. Like you're everything and more. So what has been like some of the motivation for like getting the girls to steer away from like all the noise and kind of just like really be focused just on them and being a better young lady?
Hands-on experience, face to face, getting to know them, being interested in knowing them, their background, what they actually sit down talking to them, find out what are you really thinking. Like that attention gets them. Them when that someone care and want to talk to them, want to know what they're interested in, regardless of if it's good or bad. I want to know what's going on in your head. So hands-on things like the vision board parties are so it's always, we don't want to do that, but then even in the middle of it, oh, we having so much fun because we're around other girls. The thing is to be a positive influence to the girls in the community, so that they grow up together. You know, they start partnerships and go off to college together, study together. So that's the whole thing.
So I would say in their age range, for the ones that just haven't been exposed, like how important do you feel like it is for them to have a mentor? Like how important do you feel like it's for them to have someone to lead them and guide them? Like even if they are getting it at home, right? But an extra set of eyes to be like, you going the wrong way. Let's, I do this way. Like how important is mentorship? How important?
Mentorship is very important. Number one is, okay, so it's being like a mentor, leading by example. You just never know how many people are watching you. So it's important for that girl to have that person, that woman or whoever to look up to. Someone they can follow and know that, hey, it's possible to, it's possible to get those nice things. But what we want to let our girls know is, that comes with work. And let's talk about real life when we're talking about those cars and those bags, whatever things like that. So it's very important to have somebody that you can listen to and talk to, and because a lot of times that comes from not having anyone to talk to about things. That comes from get into depression and mental illnesses and everything.
Yes. And honestly, I can attest to that because I just remember growing up, there were always like one or two women that I could always just go to, like if I'm feeling the type of way about something, because sometimes it's stuff that you don't want to talk to your mom about, you want to talk to somebody else who's kind of just gonna just tell it like it is. And I appreciate those women for taking the time out with me to even just like, okay, come on, let's go, let's go grab something to eat, or let's go do something, and just talk about what's going on. So I feel like it's important. And honestly, what do you feel like are some of the challenges that they are facing just in being young women? Like I know we got the pandemic, I know we got social media, but it's like, what do you feel like are some of the things that they're lacking in?
Some of the issues would be confidence, self-image, things like that, and that comes from also what you mentioned about seeing other things on TV and social media. So letting them know those things that is very important. But yeah, some of the things, and also too, I do believe that empowering girls comes from the home. So a lot of people are missing parents. A lot of dreams, they're missing parents, they're missing mentors, they're missing adults, being real parents, especially today. Like, it's different.
Yes. And honestly, I would say too, I know, we are just living in that era of, the single mother household. A lot of kids don't have, mommy and daddy, one or the other. And so I know for me, like my mom it's four of us, and it's certain things that, as you get older that she may not be able to get to because she's tending to, number 3 and number 4. But having, your daughter, niece, cousin in a program that's going to be able to help, just push you to the next level. So what are some programs that you guys like have in place? Like, especially like with building confidence, like what are some programs that you guys have?
Okay. One of the programs that we're going to launch it soon, Girl Level Up Academy. This summer, well, hoping in the spring we can start it, but definitely for the girls that are going to be in summer school, we're going to go out and cater to them with some of our programs. We have a self-confidence and self-image program, hygiene, mental and like physical health, eating healthy, things like that. That will also build confidence and leadership. We have a leadership program that I'm very excited about. Building leadership skills and letting the girls know, hey, it's okay. Because I've always been there, oh, you're so bossy. No, I'm a leader, actually, people. But I want to let them know it's okay to stand up for the things they believe in and don't let anybody shut them down. It's the way you do it, respectful way.
And honestly, I'm really glad you said like a leadership program, because I feel like that's something a quality that I feel like a lot of them are afraid to tap into. Like they're afraid to be out in the forefront, afraid to be the leader of the group and say, no, this isn't right. Yes, it is right. So molding them and catering to them, saying like, yes, honey, like you can be a leader. All y'all can be leaders, not just one. It's all y'all. And I think, I think that is so amazing. So do you guys meet like every month or like every week, or like how do you guys see the girls? Like how do you guys meet up with the girls throughout the year?
Right now, because we haven't due to the pandemic and things like that, we've only been doing just big event, well, not big events, but just like getting the parents involved, talking to them first. So we're going to go into talking to the students this summer. With those programs. And it'll be like twice. I wanted to do every Friday, but I think we're going to do twice a month. Towards the ends of the week.
Okay, awesome. That is so awesome. My next question is, what advice would you give anyone that's looking to start a mentoring group or start a nonprofit women empowerment group? What would be some good gems that you can drop on them?
Okay, well, let me drop this. Most importantly, if you have a vision, and if that's your vision, so get into that business of women empowerment and mentoring groups. How I want to say this, do it for the right reason. And it will be hard at first, but I'm telling you, if you have your motives are in the right place, your heart is in the right place, it's gonna come. There's so many resources out here for programs like that for women of color, women in business, period. So many different resources. So at the beginning, just like any business, it's hard out here, but eventually when you're going towards right and want to help serving, don't worry, it's coming. It's gonna come. I must say, like, do it for the right reason. Be passionate about it.
So then that's my next question. So what were some of the obstacles that you faced when you first started the mentoring group, the mentoring program?
2 things: finances, and how people get all excited at the beginning, then they'll eventually fall off. So it's also finding those people that those dedicated people. And see, last year I started to build like a team. Just like, different directories and a board of directors and all that different stuff. But it's hard getting people together and keeping them together. Yes.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I know.
But I honestly, because I'm just looking at the ones that I know that are in my area. I see what you're saying. It's like the excitement's like, okay. And then it's like, okay, so when I put out my sign-up sheet for y'all to come out to the meeting, where y'all at? If I'm doing that, where y'all at?
One more thing. I do have to say this about that. Do it alone. I mean, not do it alone. Start where you are. If you got one to see, we'll start with it. It'll grow.
Yes. And that's the thing.
It will grow.
You always have to feel like it grows from something. Like it grows from something. And then those two people turn into five turn into 10, and whatever it may be. So in that case, how many girls are you guys serving right now? How many guys?
Right now? So are you mean talking about like the mentor girls, or are you talking about the staff?
Mentor girls.
Okay, the mentor girls. We have a small group, 15.
Okay. Yes. Again, so that's my next question. So staff wise, what number are you guys working with?
Girl, started at 10 last year, and I'm down to 2 because I have, those 2 are the best. They're dedicated, and I would rather have less quality over quantity.
I agree. So I would say in 2018, when you decided, okay, I'm gonna turn my job, I'm leaving it alone and turning what I want to be passionate about into my ultimate goal. This is what I want to do in my life. Do you feel like this is all a part of your purpose? Do you feel like this is something that I'm meant to do? God ordained me to do it. This is in my alignment. Like Girl Level Up this is it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is how I'm spending my time.
I always say if you can't go a day without something in your life, I would, because I have a full-time business where that's my most of my income come from.
Yeah.
But Girl Level Up is my first in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm up working on. Before I go to bed, I'm working on. Yeah. So I can't go to sleep without doing something towards that nonprofit. And this is definitely, when things are meant for you, when it's your passion and it's something that God wants you to do, the path that you're supposed to go in, everything's going to fall in place. Yeah. And I have to tell myself, what are you afraid of? You have all the tools. You don't know all the answers, but you have all the creativity. Yeah. You don't have all the resources, but you have the mindset. So, that's my path. And it's things just start falling in place. Yeah. So and people just start getting interested in what I'm doing, want to help. They want to throw money. They want to throw resources. So.
Right. And honestly, that's how I felt with like starting this podcast. First, I was nervous. I was like, girl, ain't nobody gonna want to listen to you. Ain't nobody gonna want to, hear what you have to say. And even when like I started and I put it down, just, because I got a little discouraged and, because I was a new mom at the time as well. So it was just like balancing something that I really want to do. I'm really passionate about, but something, my baby needs me right now. Like at the podcast, my baby needs me right now. And then it just like, when I decided to like pick it back up, like the energy and the love that I got when I picked it back up, I was like, okay, God, like, okay.
Right.
And seeing people like, girl, like that episode inspired me. Like I took a gym for that. Like, keep going and keep doing your thing. And that's why I really want to applaud you for even starting, you know what I mean? Like even starting in the way that you're growing, and you're growing because our young girls need it. Our young girls a positive outlook on life. You know what I mean? Like if Miss Brittney can do it, I can do it. Ain't nobody saying that I can't do it. It's just I have to put in the work and be confident in myself. So I really do, like I'm all like even if y'all need anything from me, I don't mind traveling. I will get on the road and ride on and ride. Yes. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. But Miss Brittney, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to get on here and have a conversation with me about Girl Level Up. So please shout out your business. Let everybody know what
I will. Yes, yes.
Give us a gem for the young ladies.
Okay.
One gem.
I want to leave. I had so much when you were just talking. I had so much to say to you. I'm gonna say it real quick about. And I just cannot think of everything was just flowing then. But I do want to tell you that you have no idea how many people you're inspiring. So do not forget that and this is my jam, when you feel like giving up, don't forget, people are watching you. Like you just don't know. Like you got somebody out of a hole. you know,
Yeah.
somebody that's deep down in the bed and stressed and don't know what to do next. You're
Yeah.
inspiring women. So I want to tell you that, and I want to tell everybody else that. So when you think about giving up, think about why you started. And I
Yeah.
know you hear that a lot, but it's true.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But you guys can find me on Instagram at Girl Level Up One, and it's spelled different now. It's GIRLEVEL1
Okay. Okay.
on Instagram, and our website is girllevelup.org, and that's also GIRLEVEL.org.
Okay, awesome. Yes, and make sure y'all go follow her on Instagram and sign up for her
Yes,
email list so we can
yes,
know
please.
when
Yes.
things are going on. And if you guys want to help in any way you can. Brittney, once again, thank you. Thank you so much for hopping on.
Thank you.
I really do appreciate it. And I just want to close out the episode by saying, make sure that you're following us on Instagram at You're Not Done Yet Pod. Your host, me, Andrea B, at It's Andrea B on Instagram, and follow us on YouTube at the Andrea B Network. Until next time, y'all. Holla.